Hello and welcome to episode 95 of Let's Play Final Fantasy 14. So, in the last episode we lost a dear, well, a short-lived but dear friend. And some of us is not taking it too good, so we are supposed to talk to Yida here and see how we can help her. Hey, it's Joffrey. Great. Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard. You know? The thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this. Which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Ravana a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find the Ravana a bit difficult at the best of times, and well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment. So I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Raffy Frost. Raffy Frost. Alright. Alright. So, some of you might wonder what purpose these small quests has that you just have a short conversation and basically does nothing to the story thing. But it does actually do something with the story. It builds character with the characters in the game. And trust me when I say, when we come further into the game, it will most likely change how you look at certain characters and even feel, well, just feel different about them. That's all I can say without actually spoiling the game. So let's talk to Ravana here. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade. Huh? They've got you running errands now? Them science really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Sending the savior of Eorzea to bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously, thought. You'd better learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out Chocobo stables next. Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? The moon daisy, was it? Here then, take it, and tell that Yida lass I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. God knows she needs to. Alright. Go. Ugh. Ravonna can be so annoying. She just will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says it again. And then again. And then again. It drives me crazy. Oh, what I mean to say is I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see. Moonbreeder. Love these things, you know. I hope that somewhere, somehow she knows I'm still thinking of her.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
Is that what I think it is?
Hello, can you hear me? We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
All right. That's right. All right. it actually might, come to think of it, it might actually turn into 100 episodes. I can't actually remember everything going on right now. My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Moonbreeder's passing. Her loss will be surely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Corfus will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report. The envoy is here. I thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries, if I may. Certainly. You come with news from the Drevonians? Hey, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the central highlands a short while ago, and the battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Emeric himself sallied forth with a contingent of Templar Knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. But the beasts were utterly forced into retreat. Our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Drevonians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. It is reinforcements you seek, then. We do. But it pricks our pride. It is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the horde. Sir Emeric would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well, I shall depart for Corfus at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence. It is with such a continuances in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the grand companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? What I will gladly appeal to the grand companies on your behalf. I dare not promise a favorable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. Is that even a word? I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the grand companies. In the event that your plea does receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Emeric's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request. A personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desire to speak with you, regardless of your fellows' involvements. You faced Midgard Somnir and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Thank you. You wear the mantle of hero well. It would seem the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, Geoffrey.
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken. Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
All right. That didn't look too good. Let's hope we can save some people. It seems I was the swifter, Geoffrey. You too, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about the camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. is borderline ridiculous almost. How often there are blizzards around here. The Gates of Judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. If our first line of defense can be so easily shattered, when I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. Crap, he's scared. Heretics gone. How dare they meddle with our divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one. Oh wow, you're pissed. But we need not fret overmuch. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. All right. Would seem the heretics struck the first. Would seem the heretics struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates, and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. Then you have learned of the heretics' treachery. Lady Iceheart led the force of her followers against our defenders, and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more of this back at the camp. Sir Emeric awaits you. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed, if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Harsefont will know where Sir Emeric means to receive us. Oops. It is reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Thought a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss. Your heroic presence stoked the flames of courage within my heart. Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived and would treat with you in the intercessory. Right? There we go. Seems like I had a small lag spike there. Greetings, sir. Shall I show you inside? Yes, please. I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we are but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alphinaud, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Estinian. Huh. May I present you, Ishgard's Azure Dragoon? An impressive title, but I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such a master of the lands, Estinian is without equal. He out of all the warriors of Ishgard was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravonian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. So you are the adventurer of whom they spoke. I see now why my blood first sang in anticipation of our meeting. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design. As confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. It would seem that Lady Iceheart and Dravonia share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg? One of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation's history, but once defeated by the hero Aldref. The beast is said to have terrorized Corfus since Ishgard's founding. Hey, many are the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldroth plucked from the beast beast and worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength. And then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son have waged war against Ishgard for thousands of years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The Eye itself is sacred, deep within the vault. It is kept under a heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But for stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics. The dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravonian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself, Nidhogg. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Fought the endless march of years, the dragon endure. Patient, calculating, inexorably. You must understand these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worm. They who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg lost darkened our skies. 20 years for him to gather his strength, and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seemed primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creatures then? Of that we cannot be certain. But we know the heretics cover the Eye. We have been unable to determine their plans for it. But heretics of what? Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protection. This weakness the Dravonians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem. You have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander. Yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front line in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only the stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in conflict which concern only Ishgard and Rivonia. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Rivonia. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Corvus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Gallians arrived at this, for you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Corvus. They would not even have to draw steel. An imperial province sharing borders with Mordona. 7 hells. Very well. We will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorza will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar. Allow me, Sir Emmerich. For the power of the eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not, I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you. And the eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. Then the worm who roared was Nidhogg, eh? He means to hurl his horde against Dunifen's color and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt. The worm has summoned his minions to war. Right. But the circumstances are far from ideal. This desperate endeavor will at least prove us an opportunity to bring the sister state of Eorza together in a common cause. Sir Emmerich was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? What the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders. I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude toward foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting. There we go. Well, this is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please hit the like button. If you're new here, then first of all, welcome. And if you like my content, then please hit the subscribe button. There is alarmingly a lot of people that have not subscribed, as you can see here on the screen right now. And yeah, I would gladly see more subscribers, especially if you enjoy this series. And of course, if one day you decide, he's not that good anymore, you can always unsub. It's all free for everyone. Until next time, stay safe out there.